Metal Up World, this is CJ with CJOrtiz.com and MetalMotivation.com. This is the first of a new 5-message series I'm doing entitled How to Feel Better When Life Sucks. This is all being shown in my Life Domination online coaching program, which you can learn more about if you visit the link below. How to feel better when life sucks. When you say life sucks, that is a relative statement, because when somebody says it in a third world country and when somebody says it in the first world country, those are two totally different things. You might be going through something right now that's not all that bad, but yet you say life sucks. There are others who go through hell and torment every day, and they also say life sucks. Either way, the principles to change, the principles to improve things, the principles to make life better remain the same. Now, getting into this subject, yes, we have to delve into areas like stress. We've got to delve into areas like anxiety. We've got to delve into areas like depression. Now, this is a tough one to cover, because anytime I bring up those areas, stress, anxiety, depression, everybody comes out of the woodwork. Why? Because they're very sensitive about those issues. For example, there are those who contend that everything is chemical based. Granted, they are. Chemical issues become a very, very paramount aspect of stress, anxiety, and depression. But there are things that you can do to help to offset those things. So we don't want to minimize that at all, because there are those going through depression who live in an endless nightmare. And I've got several friends who have been through that themselves. I went through a particular season myself that was notably bad. And during that time, yes, I will admit, it seemed as if I could not control myself emotionally. You were literally overpowered by these things. But again, for a lot of you, you may not be going through anything that dire. But for you, circumstances are just bad. Circumstances just are, things just don't seem to be working out for you. And for you, you would say also, life sucks. So it doesn't matter where you find yourself on the spectrum. There are things you can do to help improve your life. And sometimes when things are really, really bad, isn't that all that you want? Just some kind of relief, just a little difference to be made. So it doesn't have to be as hellish as it was the day before. We're all looking for just a little relief. And why would I leave it at that, just searching for a little bit of relief? Because here's my contention. My contention is that you are stronger than you think. You've got more personal power than you think. And if we can just get you to hang on a little longer, man, your strength is going to return. That's why I just want you to feel a little better today, because I know that with time, and if you start to apply some of these principles, your strength is going to return, and you're going to have a greater chance of overcoming and defeating the things that have been defeating you even for most of your life. You can do it, man. You're capable of so much more than you'd ever imagine. And we want to release that personal power. We want to start up that fire in you and turn you into a warrior, turn you into more of a conqueror. And maybe you've tasted that in the past. You know what it's like to win. You know what it's like to achieve, but you've been beat up by life. And there might be some chemical imbalances in you that need to be rectified. I'm not trying to say I can fix all that. I'm not about to suggest that. There are people who need serious therapy. There are people who need to see serious professionals about this sort of thing. I'm not talking about all that. But even if you're suffering from massive depression, there are things you can do. You don't just have to always take medication for these things. You know, for example, I can recall, again, as I said, one of the bad times that I went through. But if during that time, somebody was to walk into where I was at that time, lying on my bed, all curled up in a ball, and they were to tell me that I just won the lottery and I just won $100 million, would I literally just look at them, shrug my shoulders, and roll over again and not pay attention to what they just said? I mean, think about that. And I know, and I'm not trying to minimize the bad times that you and I have been through. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to make a point here about chemicals. If someone came in and brought you news like that, that you just won a lottery and $100 million, don't you think something would kick in? Don't you think some of your own chemicals, your own endorphins, your own adrenaline, something wouldn't kick in? And you go, what did you just say? I won how much money? I'm not saying it fixes everything, okay? That's not what I'm suggesting. What I'm saying is at the hearing of such overwhelming good news, even in your worst time, you will have something stir within you. You will have your own chemicals stir within you, your own endorphins, your own adrenaline would stir up within you. Granted, it wouldn't change all your negative circumstances immediately, but again, there are things that you can do to offset the way that you feel. Now, again, granted, that is an extreme example, and I don't want to minimize this, but I just want to make the point is that there are little things that you can do to help make yourself feel just a little bit better, so that one day we'll get you to the place where your strength is going to return and you're going to be a warrior again. My point being is that you don't have to go through the rest of your life like this. You don't have to live off of therapy. You don't have to necessarily live off of medication. There are things that you can do to help offset the imbalances in your life and live a little better today. But if all you're dealing with right now is just sucky circumstances and you want to feel better, the principles remain the same. We want to create a stronger you. And in my opinion, your best defense in life is a stronger you. I hope you heard me. Your best defense in life is a stronger you, because the stronger you are, the less your circumstances matter. Can you dig what I'm saying? That's what I want to cover all this week. How to feel better when life sucks. Not the cure-all for everything, but certainly to make a huge difference in your life and restore some of your confidence. Restore your sense of personal strength, that as you go through these dark seasons in the future, they will not lay you out like they have in the past. There's a hell of a lot stronger person inside you. We want to tap it, release it, and begin to see it take over your life. Can you dig that? Well, listen, if you want to hear the rest of these messages, then please sign up for the Life Domination online coaching program today. You can visit the link below and learn more about it. metalmotivation.com/Life Domination Coaching. This is CJ, the Metal Motivator. And remember, in whatever you do, don't suck. Metal up.